Hello fellow Murdlers, today is Tuesday, August 13th, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have the mystery of the murder between twisting hedgerows, and we have 6 3x3 grids with suspects, motives, locations, and weapons. Our red murder clue today is the security guard's body was found between twisting hedgerows. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that's going to be the impossible hedge maze. Here it is, this square icon here. So let's go ahead and say that our where is the impossible hedge maze, and we'll use our clues and evidence and our detective's notebook to figure out who was in the impossible hedge maze, what weapon they brought, and why they committed the crime. Alright, let's meet today's suspects. We have President Amaranth, Brother Brownstone, and Principal Applegreen. The weapons today are hyperallergenic oil, a crystal dagger, and a crystal ball. The locations today are the Great Tower, the Impossible Hedge Maze, which is our murder location, and the miniature golf course. And finally, our motives today are to eliminate a spy, to win an argument, and to see what it felt like to kill. Alright, let's go ahead and check out our clues and evidence. Right away, we have an either-or clue, so let's see if there's anything we can glean from this right off the bat, or if we need to come back to it later. Either Brother Brownstone was on the miniature golf course, or Brother Brownstone brought a crystal ball. Okay, so we can figure this out a little bit. We can say that a crystal ball was not on the miniature golf course. Here's why. If Brother Brownstone is on the miniature golf course, then Brother Brownstone cannot have a crystal ball. Conversely, if Brother Brownstone has a crystal ball, then Brother Brownstone cannot be on the miniature golf course. In either scenario, the miniature golf course is not where the crystal ball is, so we can go ahead and say that that is a no for that location. That said, we can leave this unchecked for now, and we can see if we get additional information that helps us figure out which one it was. One of Logico's contacts in the Magical Order of the Black Emerald gave him this tip, and here we have a decoder ring clue, and don't hate me, I think I know what this is. I think this is going to be President Amaranth wanted to win an argument. Here's why I think that. The E is accented. There's only one thing in this entire puzzle with an accented E, and that's the name of President Amaranth. And let's see. So let's say this is President Amaranth. Then if it's starting with a suspect, we know that the following words are going to be something like either wanted to or was discovered, or potentially a relationship clue, so like was in love with or something like that. And of all the options, I honestly think wanted to, other than like, you know, had or something like that, is the best option, right? So wanted to fits with this, especially if we think the J is A, that makes sense there too. So let's say President Amaranth wanted to. So now we know if it's wanted to, it must be a motive next. And so we see 3, 2, and then a longer word here. So to me, that looks like the only motive can be win an argument, and that's because of the 3, 2, and then the longer word. So let's go ahead, let's see. So A is R, so let's use our decoder ring. Let's see. There we go. Sure enough, President Amaranth wanted to win an argument. So, and also what's interesting is I think the E did not get flipped over because of the accent. So that's kind of a fun little hint there, I suppose. Okay, so President Amaranth wanted to win an argument. We'll put that in there. A medium weight weapon was found in the Great Tower. Okay, so let's see what we have that's medium weight. We have lightweight, medium weight for the crystal dagger, and heavyweight for the crystal ball. So the crystal dagger must have been in the Great Tower. That means that the crystal ball must have been in the impossible hedge maze. And so that means that the crystal ball is our our murder weapon today. Let's see. Principal Applegreen had a weapon made of oil. Okay, I'm going to guess that's the hyperallergenic oil, but let's see. Yes, it has to be the hyperallergenic oil, so we'll put that in there. We can also say by process of elimination, Principal Applegreen must have been on the miniature golf course, so we can put that in there as well. We also know that the motive for the hyperallergenic oil cannot be to win an argument, as that's the motive for another suspect, so we can mark that X in there. And similarly, we can put that here as well. Let's see if there's anything else we have. We already have that information. I think that's it for now, but let's go ahead and move on. Okay, here we go. We're going to round out the suspects and motives grid. So we'll know that Principal Applegreen did not want to see what it felt like to kill, according to this clue here. And therefore, let's see, Brother Brownstone wanted to see what it felt like to kill, and Principal Applegreen wanted to eliminate a spy. So we can go ahead and mark that in here for Principal Applegreen. So we have the full information for Principal Applegreen. And let's see if we know anything else right off the top here. I think now it's time to come back to Brother Brownstone. Okay, yes. So we know that Brother Brownstone was not on the miniature golf course because Principal Applegreen was. Therefore, Brother Brownstone must have had the crystal ball, and that means Brother Brownstone is our murderer today. And we know that Brother Brownstone's motive was to see what it felt like to kill, so we'll mark that in here. So I'll go ahead and flip these over. Brother Brownstone with a crystal ball in the impossible hedge maze to see what it felt like to kill. But before we see if we're right, we still have a lot of puzzle left empty here, so let's go ahead and fill that in. So with the suspects and weapons grid, we can see our only remaining option for President Amaranth is the crystal dagger, which places President Amaranth in the Great Tower and confirming Brother Brownstone in the impossible hedge maze to see what it felt like to kill. So right now we're just copying that information over. This is all previously gathered information. So there's everything all filled out. And again, it's Brother Brownstone with a crystal ball in the impossible hedge maze to see what it felt like to kill. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.